Hello everybody, this is Maniac 4 Bricks. Once again, I have a Bionicle haul for you. I actually already opened it and then my camera ran out of footage, so I'm just gonna have to pretend it's the first time. Boop, 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 boop. I already cut this open and unwrapped some of it. So I'm gonna explain it once again to you. This is from eBay. This was a lot of 3 Bionicle figures. I basically went to this lot because of one that I've been searching for a couple of years now, and I found one in this lot that was at a reasonable price. Basically, the whole lot was, I want to say, $130, $140 in value, in Bricklink value, if you compare it there, used, and so on. But I did not have to pay over $100 for all of this, which is fantastic. I basically, like, the average used cost of this thing complete was the whole lot. So this is all like $40, $50 of Bionicle I didn't, I just have to work with now. Like beyond that, which is fantastic. There are some figures in Bionicle I've been hunting for years, and I cannot find them at a reasonable price, and or complete in a reasonable price. So this is amazing. The other parts I can always work with sometime later. So to start off with the smallest one, which wasn't named on the listing, this is Takadox. This is partially complete, basically missing an arm, a head, a couple of weapons, but some other pieces in here are just really good to have around. I might have extra pieces to try to complete this figure for one to keep a second one, but I'll check back with my first one, the first copy I have of it, just to make sure that's complete before doing anything else. Because those are also just good parts to have around. The other figure here was improperly named as well on the listing, which is fine because I still figured out what it was, and again, these are good parts I can have just to have them around. There we go. Yeah, they're all wrapped up in paper and having bubble mailer or air bubbles around them. So this is part of the Vizon and Fenrakk set from 2006. The first one was 2007. I love that year for Bionicle. This is 2007. No, this is 2006. This has a whole bunch of parts that are missing on it. No head, some back leg pieces that are missing. No worries because I already have the figure complete, as well as the other, figure it's supposed to be conjoined with. That's fine. I am okay using this with extra parts, or possibly making some of the combo models without taking apart the original one. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet because that would take apart the other ones. Anyways, but yeah, still good parts to have, and hopefully I can make use of these beyond the set. Because I definitely don't have all the parts to complete the set. If I wanted to try to do something else with it, it's like, no, I would still need to get extra parts for that I don't own. It's fine. This is the one when we came here for. This one is called Icharix, which is kind of like Icarus, like the mythological, Greek mythological story. The guys that try to break out of prison and they make some Fabergé wings and fly too close to the sun kind of thing. That's what it's based on, I guess, except that instead of it being an S, it's an X because it's cool. I really don't know much about the character because this was at the time that I wasn't following Bionicle, but I still love the design of this character, so I was still willing to look out for this one over time, and now I finally have it myself, and I can learn a bit more about it, like how the wings, can fold out like that. It's got large pincers. He does have a mask that is similar to another older character, Makuta, which is like the main bad guy in the series, but apparently not the same figure. I thought as a kid, oh, he's just has a new form. I was like, no, not really. It's just somebody else who owns the mask just by chance. It's like, okay, sure, fine. There is one part that is broken on here that I do have a replacement for. There is a broken axle along this side, so I can't actually attach it on there right now. But I will get that replaced. I do have other ones that I can use instead of it, or at least don't need it for that attachment point, so I can work with that. I will check about the other parts on here if it's complete, but from what I looked at in the listing, it seems like everything else is good to go. I believe this is supposed to have one or two other parts in this hand to make this hold in place. I have to check again. But from the listing, it looks like, hey, it's got everything else there. one piece in the back that I can easily replace. I probably have a whole bunch of these. But still, very formidable figure. Cool design to him. Just from the first impression, now having him in hand. But yeah, I'm actually happy that this one's finally here. Oh, another thing that's missing is that there's supposed to be a pod piece in the middle. So it kind of has this play function where you can push this open and it releases these little, I don't want to say spores, but kind of like spores, little things like leeches. That's the word. I have one. I did have one of those. I don't know if I still do, but not a big concern. Not a huge thing for right now. I could always figure that out sometime later. But I am happy having all of this for this guy and a lot of other parts to dabble around with sometime later. So, as a recap, we got this big boy. We got part of another boy over there. Part of another boy over there. And, yeah. I'm not trying to collect every single Bionicle figure, but I am more than halfway there. I think probably even 3/4 of the way there. 2008 is a year that I do not know very well because growing up, I didn't really follow it. This was actually when I was getting out of Bionicle in 2008. After 2007 was a fantastic year, I just thought, yeah, it's kind of running for a while, and go figure. Actually, it was running another 2 years after that, but still a lot of cool stuff that I've been going back for ever since. So yeah, maybe they'll just show up on other videos or on the other channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later.